Israel has carried out an attack in the Lebanese capital of Beirut that targeted a senior Hezbollah commander. The Israeli military has gone on to say, confirming that its fighter jets eliminated Hezbollah's senior military commander during an airstrike in Beirut on Tuesday. The military accused him of orchestrating a rocket attack on the annexed Golan Heights that resulted in the death of 12 youngsters. A loud blast was heard and smoke could be seen rising above the southern suburbs, a stronghold of the Lebanese armed group, on Tuesday evening. Lebanon's state-run national news agency said that Israeli air raid had targeted the area around the Hezbollah's Shura council in the Harat Hirik neighborhood of the capital, and at least one person has been killed. The Israeli military said it conducted that targeted strike in Beirut on the commander responsible for the murder of the children and the killing of numerous additional Israeli civilians as well. Beirut has been bracing for that potential Israeli attack since the 12 people, including children, were killed in a rocket attack on Majdal Shams in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights on Saturday. And to get more on this, we have Jacob Russell, our correspondent from Voice of America, joining us from Beirut. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Now, Israel has claimed responsibility for that strike in southern Beirut, accusing him of being responsible for that rocket strike that took place on Saturday.
Sorry, your audio is cut out. I can't hear you right now.
Jacob, if you can hear me now. Jacob, Israel has claimed responsibility for that retaliatory measure that they've taken against that rocket strike that took place on Saturday, where 12 children were killed.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, Israel has claimed responsibility for that strike. There is some confusion as to whether Fuad Shukr was in fact killed in that strike, because Israel has confirmed that he was killed. However, several sources inside Lebanon have said that he survived the strike and in fact had left the building previous to the strike. So we hopefully will be finding out today whether or not he was definitely killed in the strike.
Right, Israel had wanted to put out a very strong message with that strike, but obviously Israel hopes no further escalation, given the fact that this was a retaliatory measure. But like you mentioned, there's no confirmation yet as far as that retaliatory measure targeting the Hezbollah commander is concerned.
Yeah, that's true. So Israel and Hezbollah are playing an extremely dangerous and high-stakes game of striking each other, while both sides would rather that the situation didn't escalate into all-out conflict, which would in fact be devastating both for Israel and Lebanon, because both sides are extremely well-armed and willing to be extremely aggressive if all-out conflict does happen. So I think that the response from Hezbollah does depend very much on whether this individual was killed in the strike. And I think, however, they will feel that they have to respond in some way if he was killed. However, at the moment, their interests are in, most people believe their interests are in containing the situation rather than escalating the situation.
Right, but it is Israel blaming Hezbollah for that strike that included children, youngsters. 12 people were killed on Saturday. But it is Hezbollah that has denied any sort of claim that they were behind that attack.
That is true. Yeah, Hezbollah have denied responsibility for that attack. There is not evidence hasn't been presented to confirm or deny for sure who was responsible for that attack. It did appear that Hezbollah were attacking a military outpost close to the location of the football field in Majdal Shams at the time, so it would make sense that their weapons were being fired at the area. As I say, nobody so far has seen definitive evidence of who was responsible.
Right, Jacob, also take us through who really was Fuad Shukr. We're not very sure if he has been eliminated or not, but get us a little background on the man.
So he was a very senior figure in Hezbollah. He's the USA holds him partially responsible for the bombing of the Marine barracks many decades ago. He was a close advisor of Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, and he was also responsible for a lot of the missile and rocket operations that take place and the strategy surrounding those operations. So he was an important figure, and if he has been killed, that will be an event that, which Hezbollah will feel that that necessitates a response.
Right. Thank you so much, Jacob Russell, for getting us all those details and speaking to us here on NDTV this morning.